Hello, I'm Jeffrey Peterson, AFA MEC President with Alaska Airlines. Today is Thursday, July the 12th, 2012. The negotiating committee just wrapped up 3 days of negotiations at the Alaska Airlines Flight Training Center in Seattle, Washington. We had a very busy session this time. The negotiating committee met with MEC officers as well as the entire PBS committee and members of management to review several different PBS vendors. As part of that review in negotiations, we're looking at potentially new vendors and certainly reviewing whether Navtech continues to work for our group. There were aspects of each of the systems that we saw this time that are intriguing. However, there are also some issues with each one that we're now reviewing, and we just need to evaluate the merits of each of our vendors, or each of the vendors that were reviewed, including Navtech, the current one. So stand by for some more developments there as we go forward. AFA proposed on Section 8 hours of service. As you recall, during the last session, that management did open on retaining the 10.5-hour duty day, which was nice to see. However, in that same proposal, as we communicated last time, that there was a provision in which the reserves could fly up to 14 hours to cover a sick on line, and we did not include that in our proposal this time, for obvious reasons. In our proposal as well, we were moving some of the goal markers for over-duty pay from 12.5 hours to 12 hours and from 16 hours to 14 hours. So under this current proposal, we would be getting double time for any flight that touches 12 hours or over, and for triple time for any flight that touches 14 hours and over. Currently, you only get the premium pay for a flight that departs after the current markers, which is the 12.5 hours and the 16 hours. Or if you're up in the air, it's a proration of the time that you're in the air at that time. So that is an improvement for us. We also propose premium pay for high time flying. And what that would mean is that if you are flying, say, 100 TFP a month or above, that you would be entitled to premium pay on all flying above that. We're still working out some of the details of that with management. And we also propose the ability to waive various forms of compensatory rest to keep the pairing and to fly that at premium pay. So for instance, if you were over duty and were due double out rest, that you could continue to fly what would normally be the affected dropped trip at premium pay. Also improvements to the night rule in that section. AFA proposed on the new hotel section, we are holding firm on the long and short layover provision. We do believe that there has been some movement in that section between the two parties. We think that we may be getting close to a tape potentially, so stand by for some more developments next time on that front. Section 11, reserve. We understand that the AFA's package proposal to have a 24-hour call as well as pairing ownership, self-assignment, and less days on call was a controversial proposal. We were only going to go forward with that proposal if we could get all those items together in a package. Now that we've had an opportunity to review management's counter-proposal to us, it seems that the pairing ownership piece is the one that we most likely will not be able to achieve. And since we aren't able to get all those items together, we're going to scrap that proposal. And this is actually, we think, a good thing because we understand that that was a controversial proposal in the first place. We have heard the membership. We do read all the voice comment cards. We listened to the membership, and we're going to go ahead and go back and retool the reserve proposal. In conjunction with that, we are going to be meeting with the reserve committee next week to get some feedback from them into the new proposal. So we'll have a new and improved reserve proposal for next time. We expect to receive exchange of sequences, section 12, as well as the scheduling section, section 10, from management in the next session. The negotiating committee is going to ask that you continue to support us by doing a few pieces of homework. One thing is that you can send a respectful email to management. It can be anyone in management that you have a relationship with. It could be your base managers, which is fine, or someone on the management negotiating team. And we want you to emphasize that we are not in a concessionary contract, and we expect significant improvements to our work rules, pay, and flexibility, and that our sick leave and the attendance policy is extremely important to us. Also, please remember, as you're having these conversations with management, by all means engage, but at the end of the day, you need to emphasize that you're behind the negotiating committee 100% and that the negotiating committee speaks for you. A few other items is that as you're looking at the flight attendant webpage, there is a negotiations update on that page, and remember that that update is something that's produced by management. Again, not say that it's a bad update, but please be aware that any information posted on the flight attendant webpage is produced by management. So just please don't get confused that there's the AFA communications through the MEC and through our blasts, on the Alaska Airlines negotiations Facebook page, and of course at the Alaska MEC website, www.alaska.mec.org. The others are all management communications. We have a request from the membership for the voice committee cards to have them posted online. At this time, it's not feasible for us to have the electronic forms on the website. So what we're asking is if you want to submit a voice comment card electronically, that you can go to the to Facebook, if you're one of the Facebook members, the Alaska Airlines negotiations page, and you can send a message to that page, and that will our MEC voice chair Adam Clary will collect that information and put it into the voice comment card report that we review every session. We will be negotiating again in just 3 weeks, so we'll be meeting July the 31st through August the 2nd here again at the Alaska Airlines Flight Training Center. And once again, if you have any concerns, questions, or need more information, you can visit us online at www.alaska.mec.org.